Courtroom 15 hums with quiet anticipation, the 25th hearing in the federal probe into P. Diddy's empire of power and secrets. Reporters line the halls, cameras flash, but inside the air feels heavy, like a storm waiting to break. No one could predict that in less than 10 minutes, this room would become the epicenter of a scandal that would shake the world. At 8:37 a.m., an anonymous witness, known only as Ms. Y, begins her testimony via encrypted video. Her shadowed face flickers on the screen, her voice trembling yet sharp. Then the bombshell drops. Dr. Donda West invited me to the party. She knew the drinks were spiked. She knew where the cameras were hidden. The courtroom turns to ice. A juror gasps, her hands shaking. A defense attorney's pen clatters to the floor. Dr. Donda West, Kanye West's mother, a revered educator, philanthropist, and cultural icon, sits motionless, her eyes hidden behind dark glasses. Then chaos erupts. Judge Alicia Monroe slams her gavel. This court issues an immediate arrest warrant for Dr. Donda West for suspected complicity in coercion and illegal surveillance. Before anyone can react, Donda rises, her gaze slicing through the jury. She takes a step back, then another, and in a flash she's gone, slipping through a staff-only door. Court officers lunge too late. Security footage captures her final moment, stepping into a dark blue sedan, no plates, driver masked. The car vanishes into Los Angeles traffic, gone in 6 minutes. Police are blunt, there's no doubt about it. She fled. What freezes the room isn't just her escape, it's the weight of Ms. Y's words. In a single sentence, a woman who inspired millions is branded a co-conspirator in a chilling scheme. The question burns. Was Donda West a victim of circumstance, or the mastermind behind a nightmare? 9:40 a.m. The courthouse is a war zone. Reporters swarm the exits, shouting questions. Outside, fans gather, some waving signs of support, others screaming betrayal. Security footage replays on every screen. Donda, calm, stepping into that sedan, her face unreadable as she removes her glasses and laughs. A cold, fleeting sound that chills the nation. The FBI takes over by 10:12 a.m., classifying her case as high priority. Her social media, silent since June 17, offers no clues. Her PR team? A fortress of silence. A security officer's report leaks. She moved like she knew every turn. No panic. This was planned. The warrant cites coercion, illegal surveillance, and a web of psychological manipulation tied to Diddy's elite parties. Evidence mounts. Metadata from a compromising video, texts threatening Ms. Y's family, and financial trails to a Panama shell company. Fans split into camps. One calls it a political hit, the other a stain on Donda's legacy. A local news crew captures a haunting question. If Donda West can vanish in broad daylight, how many others have slipped through justice's fingers? By noon, the crisis escalates. Hundreds gather outside the courthouse, a volatile mix of Donda supporters and victims' rights activists. Signs read, "Free Donda" and "Justice for Ms. Y." Tensions flare as a protester hurls a bottle, shattering a news van's window. Police form a barricade, batons drawn, as chants drown out the city's hum. Social media explodes with hashtag Donda Hunt and hashtag Justice Now, each hashtag fueling a firestorm of division. A young woman holding a photo of Donda from her teaching days, sobs to a reporter, "She was my hero. How could she do this?" Across the street, another voice shouts, "It's a setup. They're targeting her to protect the real criminals." The protest spirals, a microcosm of a nation torn between idol worship and righteous anger. Back to 8:37 a.m. Ms. Y's voice cuts through the courtroom like a knife. Her testimony, prepared over weeks, lands with devastating clarity. She describes a 2022 party at a Beverly Hills mansion, rented for Diddy's inner circle. Donda West greeted her at the door, her smile warm, her words inviting, "You'll meet industry leaders tonight. Relax, you're with friends." 20 minutes later, Ms. Y's vision blurred. Her legs buckled. Donda, still smiling, led her to a room, pink lights casting eerie shadows, a black sheet draped over a bed, cameras hidden in the walls. "It was Drive West," Ms. Y says, her voice breaking. "She held my hand and pulled me in." A week later, an email arrived, a 60-second video of Ms. Y, dazed, unresponsive, filmed in that room. Anonymous texts followed, listing her mother's address, her brother's school schedule. "Stay quiet or your life ends." The courtroom is a tomb. Jurors scribble, prosecutors whisper, the stenographer freezes mid-stroke. Evidence piles up, The video's metadata traces to a server tied to West's nonprofit foundation. Financial records show payments to a Panama shell company, a haven for hidden wealth. Ms. Y's final words echo, "I don't want fame. I just want them stopped even if it costs me everything." The video feed cuts, leaving the courtroom in stunned silence. This isn't Donda's first brush with suspicion. In 2015, a Chicago charity event ended in a hushed settlement, a young woman's claims silenced by cash and NDAs. In 2019, a leaked email tied Donda to Diddy's galas, but her legal team buried it with cease and desist orders. By 2023, she'd funneled millions into offshore accounts, citing personal projects. A former assistant whispers, her events with Diddy were strange. No phones allowed, extra security rooms we couldn't enter. In 2020, as #MeToo shook Hollywood, anonymous tips flooded the FBI about a female mentor luring women into Diddy's world. Each tip coincided with Donda's high-profile charity galas, her image untarnished, until now. Investigators now see a pattern: settled lawsuits, suppressed leaks, a carefully curated silence. Was Donda a bystander caught in Diddy's web, or the one spinning it? The FBI digs deeper, unearthing a hard drive with audio clips, one voice, 80% likely Donda's, saying, "I'll make her listen." The truth is clawing its way out. On June 21, a new crisis ignites. An audio clip, allegedly from the 2022 Beverly Hills party, leaks on X. A woman's voice, chillingly calm, says, "Make sure the cameras catch everything." She won't talk. Experts peg it as a 90% match to Donda West. The clip spreads like wildfire, racking up millions of views before X suspends the account. The public erupts. Protests swell outside Donda's Chicago nonprofit office, where vandals spray paint "traitor" across the doors. Kanye West, silent so far, posts a cryptic message, "Truth will rise." His fans rally, claiming the audio's a deep fake, while others demand accountability. The FBI confirms the clip is under forensic analysis, but the damage is done. Donda's legacy, once a beacon of hope, is fracturing under the weight of her own voice. Diddy's parties weren't events, they were machines meticulously designed. Former staff, now under witness protection, reveal a two-tier system: an outer layer of champagne and music for the press, an inner zone where phones were confiscated, cameras went dark and victims were handpicked. Donda wasn't just a guest. She arrived early, reviewed guest lists, chose who entered the private rooms under the guise of networking opportunities. A security guard recalls a Miami gala. Drive West was in the surveillance room, checking feeds. She smiled at me and said, "You didn't see anything, right?" Financial trails lead to Panama, to shell companies tied to Diddy's network. A leaked email from 2021 shows Donda coordinating logistics, her signature at the bottom. The question looms, was she a pawn or the one pulling the strings? A prosecutor, speaking off record, says, "Donda's charm disarmed everyone. That's what made her dangerous." The FBI now suspects a broader network. Elites shielding elites, with Donda as the bridge between glamour and control. On June 22, the manhunt takes a dramatic turn. A tip places Donda at a private airstrip in Las Vegas. FBI agents swarm, grounding a jet minutes before takeoff. A woman matching Donda's description is spotted, but she slips away in a decoy car, leaving agents with nothing but a burner phone and a forged passport. The media frenzy intensifies. TMZ broadcasts grainy footage of the chase, speculating Donda had help, possibly from a music mogul or foreign financier. Hashtags #Donda escapes and #elite cover-up trend globally. The FBI issues a red alert, warning she may flee to a non-extradition country like Dubai, where she once hosted a charity gala. The public's trust in justice wavers. If Donda can outrun the FBI, who's untouchable? By 4 p.m. June 20, the manhunt is nationwide. The FBI's Celebrity Tracking Division, veterans of high-profile pursuits, monitors Donda's properties in Chicago, LA, and Atlanta. Her accounts are frozen, her nonprofit's assets under watch. Private jet companies report no matches, but suspicions linger of a hidden flight. A Department of Homeland Security source confirms, she's a federal person of interest on par with organized crime suspects. Fans clash online, #SaveDonda versus #JusticeNow. A petition demanding Donda's public statement gathers 300,000 signatures in 48 hours. Her silence screams louder than any defense. On June 23, a former aide to Donda's nonprofit turns whistleblower, leaking internal emails to the press. One dated 2022 shows Donda instructing staff, "Keep the VIP list tight. Only those I approve." Another mentions special arrangements for Diddy's guests. The aide, now in hiding, claims Donda ran a shadow operation, using her foundation as a front. The revelation rocks Hollywood. Donda's nonprofit, once a symbol of community upliftment, shuts its doors. Protesters return, burning her books outside the Chicago office. Kanye West deletes his social media, fueling speculation of his own involvement. The FBI adds conspiracy to Donda's charges, and the nation watches as a legacy crumbles. June 24, 2025. The media turns predator. CNN's 3-day special brands Donda, the educator who betrayed us. Rolling Stone wipes her profiles. Oprah, Common, and peers who once lauded her work unfollow her online, their silence deafening. Brands sever ties. Her nonprofit's logo vanishes from billboards. Nike pulls her mentorship campaign. A PR expert says, "An arrest warrant makes you radioactive." Brands don't wait for verdicts. The deepest wound isn't the headlines, it's the betrayal. Fans who saw Donda as a mother figure, a champion of education, now share her old speeches with bitter captions, "How many lies hid behind that smile?" Women's groups, once inspired by her strength, now question every word. "She said she lifted us up," one supporter cries. But she opened the door to a nightmare. For decades, Dr. Donda West built a legacy of hope, classrooms, charities, a voice for the voiceless. Now with one testimony, one warrant, one vanishing act, it's ash. Her silence isn't a shield, it's evidence. Her empire, built on trust, collapses under data, videos, and whispers once ignored. Dr. Donda West, once a light in a world of shadows, now a fugitive in the dark. Where is she? Who's hiding her? And what secrets still lurk behind the glamour, the music, the locked doors? The truth is surfacing piece by piece, but one question haunts us all. How many icons have we trusted only to find nightmares behind their smiles? Leave your thoughts below. Is Donda West a victim of a grand conspiracy, or the architect of a sinister game? Share this story. The truth has nowhere left to hide.